Hi, good evening all. Fatima here from Rawak. Let's start the free orientation session about advanced electrical training. Mr. Ajmal is here with us. He will continue.
Thank you, Fatima. Thank you for the introduction. Uh, Before proceeding, let me tell you something regarding the training, regarding the sessions. Just a minute. Let me switch on my. You can mute yourself and you can close your videos. If you record, you can unmute yourself and you can raise hand or ask questions. Okay. So we're expecting many candidates from other states and other countries also. So the session will be in English completely. Okay. So meanwhile, I will share you a template, a registration form which you can fill. Okay, in the chat box. Okay, so let's start with the session, advanced electrical training. I believe some of you guys are working and some of you guys are looking for job in core electrical field. Some of you guys graduated from university on electrical engineering, and those who are working in some different field rather than the core field, they are looking to work in a core field. This training is completely dedicated training for core electrical engineers. Those who wish to work in core electrical field, we dedicate this training. Okay, so let's go to the training orientations. Okay. Before that, let me give a brief introduction about Riwak Osho Education Institute. Riwak Osho Education Institute, a local-owned institution in Dubai, which is established in 1992 and which is continuing its journey since 29 years. And in association with Capital Group of Companies, India, Riwak Osho is conducting technical trainings in the Emirate of Dubai. So we are training many students from around the globe, Africa, Asia, and Europe. Even Europe, we have students studying here for many courses, offline and online. We have state of the art 10,000 square feet campus building in the heart of Dubai city, which you can visit anytime if you require. And this is about Rowa Koshwa and Capital Group of Companies. They're established in 2015 and they are into the technical training since that time. And they have trained more than 1,500 students so far. So both the team having very good track record. You can search in the internet for their success. Okay, let's go to our technical sections. So mainly, I just want to tell you where the electrical engineers can find their job. I just classified some of the fields. Construction and infrastructure. Usually many electrical engineers are working in this sector, MEP. I can say 30 to 40% of the electrical engineers are working in construction and construction industry. In construction industry, they have MEP as a core, mechanical, electrical, plumbing. So the electrical part, the low voltage part, the voltage, I mean the system which is working in 400 440 or below that, which is coming under the category of MEP. So a majority of you guys are working in maybe in MEP field. We know many guys. And the second field I can tell you about utility companies, power generation, transmission, distribution. So this sector is a core sector, but the problem of this sector, there are not so many guys are in this utility sector. So if I tell utility in a single word, it doesn't end anywhere because it's a vast field with many job opportunities. And so any guys who wish to work in this kind of a domain, utility domain, they need to have that utility experience. I will come back to the main topic of our training later. I just want to brief you about the job sector, oil and gas sector. See, if you go to any industry, you will not find a system which is not working with the help of electricity. All this, that means all the system which require an electricity circuit or service. So in oil and gas industry, same like any kind of industry, they require electrical systems, instrumentation, SCADA systems, those kind of parameters. If you go to the hospitality industries like hotels, malls, restaurants, so anywhere you go, you will find electrical circuits, medium voltage circuit, low voltage circuit, and ELV circuits. Okay, so those are the job opportunity related to hospitality industry and manufacturing companies. I think all these things are connected, or all the industries are correlated. If you know, electrical system will be common for all kind of network, like oil, even if it is oil and gas industry or a manufacturing or airport, anywhere you go, you will find those kind of industries. Then if I come back to the IT networking or those kind of part, or the smart services, nowadays, why we made this training program in such a way that all of you guys should get benefited in a way you guys can enroll to a job opportunity or a job profile which is not so common nowadays, and which will have a future for the next couple of years. This should be our aim. Okay, if you are struggling in a field where you are fighting with hundreds of people daily, you are fighting or you are competing with hundreds of new people, and your job profile is not so challenging, you may have a chance of obsoleting. Okay, same thing which happened for Nokia mobiles. When the Android came, they stick on Symbian, and the changes happen. The major mobile manufacturer Nokia got obsoleted because of not accepting the change or not being with the trend. So my point to you guys is, be in a field which should have a future for another 10-15 years. Another 10-15 years. Those who guys are working in MEP or manufacturing field, I am telling you guys, think about it. What is happened to be, maybe you guys are new to the field, maybe you guys are working as a fresher in this field maybe for two years. You don't have a problem with your salary competency. After completing your 5 year or 6th year, when you are trying for a job change, you apply for a job change in your company or a salary increment in a company, they may ask you, okay, why I should give you salary increment? Because the work you are doing now is the same work you are doing before 5 years you joined in the company. Or if you leave now, I will appoint a guy who only required half salary than you. Okay, so be productive yourself, and be in an industry where doesn't have much competition. It is better to get, or the probability of getting chance of job from 1 into 10. I mean, let's say you are in a different domain, maybe that segment or sector is very low, only you 10 people are in the field. Okay, the probability of, if one job come, the probability of getting job for one guy is 1 by 10. You get my point? If you are in a field where there are hundreds of people, there is only two job opportunities, the probability of getting chance is 2 by 100. Okay, so think about it. If you want to competitive, or if you want to be smarter. Okay, so these are the major job profile or job opportunities where what an electrical engineer can go after his graduation. So let's come back to our training program. In this training program, mainly we discuss about utility networks. Okay, there are many utility networks. See, I know MEP is a major sector, and MEP have 11K, I mean 440K 440 volt and medium voltage, low voltage and extra low voltage systems, but we focus on high voltage system design. You know what is the advantages of high voltage system design? There are not so many, there are not so many competition for you guys on that field. Okay, if you are so good in your studies, or what you are earning, what are the knowledge you are earning from this training program, you can apply those things in the field, because the trainers give you that kind of a module, because all the trainers are very experienced from the field. They will give you such a good presentation, such a good training in this domain. Especially in the module 1, they will give you about substations, 11 kV substation, 33 kV substation, cable laying, terminations, and different kind of networks, different kind of substations, and how we can install transformers, how we can install generators, what are the safety procedures to be taken, what are the approvals you need to get it from the utility companies. So I can tell you there are hundreds of companies, those who are dedicatedly working for utility companies. Let's say DEVA, ADDC, and AICC, or the Kahrama, Saudi electric companies. So those kind of companies, you know what they do? They have dedicated contractors. They have dedicated contractors to work for them. They will only hire the people who have that kind of exposures and experience, or at least knowledge. Let's say if you are a fresher, you are thinking that, okay, I don't have experience on those fields. How can I get selected? Okay, I'm sure that everybody, including me, when I apply for my first job, I was a fresher. Somebody give me a chance by interviewing me, validating my knowledge by giving me an interview chance. He asked me about the questions, what related to which is related to the work, and I give the answer. They were convinced, they give me chance. So if you try for that, you can get. My point is, there are hundreds of companies dedicatedly working for utility companies, and there are not so many guys who has experience in this domain. The competition will not be so tough for you guys. Clear, guys? So instead of fighting with hundreds of MEP guys, you can try in this 100 companies randomly, or go into the company, or through by any means, with your CV and with the knowledge which you are getting from the training. So mainly high voltage design, starting from 11 kV, 33 kV, 132 kV, substations, cable laying, panel switching, type of cables, excavation, those kind of things. So what are the precautionary methods you need to take for getting it done? Or what are the, okay, let's say you are going to apply in a company, utility based company, they will ask, oh, do you have DEVA approval, do you have ADDC approval? So those kind of question will be asked. Okay, then you can tell, okay, I have knowledge about this kind of stuffs, you send me for an interview, I can get my approval done. Okay, so this is all about the electrical construction high voltage module 1. Okay, so if I go to module 2, introduction to utility network, smart grid network, smart grid. This is a core trending field. You can find many job opportunities. Okay, many job opportunities. Why I say many job opportunities? Because almost all the utility companies are implementing smart grid network. You know what is meant by smart grid? The combination of power grid and IT network, how you can connect your power grid with the communication or the IT infrastructure network. So which is in generation point, there is in transmission point, in distribution point, which is used. And we discussed about power grid network, smart grid network. We discussed about advanced meters or smart meters. And we discussed about distribution automation, home automation, substation automation, introduction to SCADA, energy efficiency network, especially about Internet of Things, which is mainly about, we deal about the communication network architecture, but This will be very useful for electrical engineer while they are working in the smart grid environment. Trust me, guys, smart grid is the next future. Trust me, because when you apply for a job in smart metering, advanced metering, I am sure that nowadays they won't get more than 5 to 10 CVs, because the percentage of professionals who know about smart grid, advanced metering, distribution automation are very less. So your probability of getting chance or getting job then is very easy. Okay, so these all are the topic which we will cover in the second module, utility network, or especially about the communication or the smart grid parameters of the electrical side. So your profile will be completely changed. Okay, you can try to find jobs in either in any utility based company or a smart grid based company. After this orientation section, you go to the Google, search for the Google. Okay, searching the Google, what are the job opportunity which is available for utility engineers, high voltage engineers, cable laying, cable termination, advanced meeting, distribution automation. Each domain you can find job opportunities. Trust me, those job opportunities are not sufficiently filled nowadays because of there is a shortage of professionals in this field. So our aim is to make some professional for this domain, make the change the gap between change the gap for you guys to reach this job. This is our aim with this training program. So first module, second module, and we have a third module. Mainly we call it as a management section, introduction to quality control and quality assurance, project management, safety skills, or what are the safety procedures you need to do as an electrical engineer, or a high voltage engineer, or a low voltage or a medium voltage kind of engineer, or the computer skills. What are the computer skills you need to have while you are going to work in a company? Maybe you're going to start as a fresher, or else you're going to start as a maybe the mid guy. You need to have some computer skills. And it's all about supervisory licenses. I have already told you, majority of the utility companies will ask for your certifications. Not the certification from your university. The certification they may ask your university degree certificate, then the experience certificate, or maybe the training certificate which you are getting from an authorized institute like KHDA. So they will ask for those kind of certification. They will give you a training or an interview. They will issue a supervisory license. Okay, you are authorized to conduct a transformer installation. You are authorized to conduct commissioning of a transformer. You are authorized to conduct cable laying. So these kind of supervisory license will be given by the utility companies or authorities. So we will help you to get those kind of supervisory licenses. And in the fourth module, you know, we give you training for all stuffs. We give you training for technical first and second module, and the third module we discussed about the project management. And the fourth module, we need to make your CV or your professional curriculum weightage more attractive. You have all the steps with you, but if you don't know how to sell that stuff, you will be stuck. So our aim is to make your CV in effective way with which you can market yourself. You can find a very good job in somewhere which you like to do. Okay, so we will help you to prepare a professional CV and an interview preparation. There are many kind of interviews happening. What are the things you need to be prepared before the face-to-face interview? Telephonic interview, when you have a telephonic interview, what do you need to do? If you have a Skype interview, what do you need to do? And CV broadcasting, why? What I mean by CV broadcasting, we know many companies or majority utility contractor companies, once you completing your training, we will issue you the certification of completion and a list of database of the companies which you can apply for your job. You can randomly apply, you can go and visit, or you can find any of your colleagues, friends, or relatives, those who are working in this company, or by any means. Okay, so CV broadcasting can be done, and professional certification can be made, which I already mentioned you. Professional certificate will issue a Dubai government approved certification after the training program, which will be very valuable. Which if you guys are Indian guys, somebody is trying for a job in Gulf, all the certificate has to be attested. Okay, if you have this certificate, this KHD certificate, that would not require an attestation, because it is already issued by Dubai government. So this is all about the fourth module of our training program. So these are the some of the companies, standards which we follow, and these are the some of the softwares which we are going to use in this training program. Okay, so main industry which we already discussed. After this training program, you can try in oil and gas industry, you can try in airport, main utility companies, or airports, or any building construction in infrastructure sites, hospitality sites, transportation field, IoT. So these are the topics which we are going to discuss in the training program. If you have any questions, please ask. We have a time for the question answer sessions. And if you have any doubts related to the training, or the job search, or the job opportunities, or about the salaries, you may please ask. We'll have a chat one by one, please. Any questions to be asked? So that the training will be delivered from Dubai, and which will be online and offline. Those who are not present in Dubai, they can attend online, or else they can attend offline as well. Okay, this is all about the training. If you have any questions, please ask. Otherwise, we will wind up the orientation section. We are proceeding with the batch starting by next week itself. Any questions, guys? Any questions?
Yes, sir. Sir, my name is Hashim.
Yes, Hashim.
I'm from Abu Dhabi now.
Yes, Hashim, tell me.
Sir, you have shown some softwares like AutoCAD, Revit, something.
Yes, yes.
Which we are covering. But sir, in online class, how we will cover that softwares?
See, AutoCAD, which we used, I don't tell you to. We focus mainly give you training on those kind of stuffs. I told about these kinds of stuffs will be coming in our project discussions. But if you need to study AutoCAD, we have a facility to teach you AutoCAD online. No worries about that. If you need,
sir,
we can give you training on AutoCAD. No problem for that.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
If you need AutoCAD, ETAB, Relax, we can give you training. No problem. Online also it is possible. And the only problem, you need to download the software. You need to bring the software. If you have the software in your PC, our trainer will log in from same like of things. So they will share you the screen like this, and they will teach you how to learn and how to use the tools. But I think majority in our training programs, it doesn't require. And usually in India, we give a full package, MEP plus high voltage plus those, utility network, smart grid network together. I think the PPT I copied from them. That's why the mistake came. Anyway, if you need to study AutoCAD, we can give you training. No issues on that.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. ICT will be effective for online classes.
See, nowadays, because of this Corona issue, all the classes, even for the MBBS students, the classes is going on an online mode. But it has its own disadvantages. Same like the live orientation will be always good for some kind of courses. Same like, because of situations, everybody is adjusting with the online class. But I'm sure that this will be beneficial for you. This will be same like, uh, if you come to the online section, you can see me as physically. That's the only thing you can see. I am going to share you this kind of a PowerPoint. All the notes will be shared with you in a PDF format. This will happen even if you are in online and offline. And online, the recorded section of the classes will be shared you if you miss the class for some reasons. Let's say, imagine if you miss the class for 1 or 2 classes, the others are joining. You can watch it later. And this kind of, the screen sharing will be there all the time. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Is there any more questions related to the company's salaries which you are going to get? I think those kind of questions will be asked. If you have any doubts on the question, if you have doubts on, see, usually the companies, they hire people from only those who have the background on high voltage side. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, somebody is asking the questions, please.
Sir, actually, what is the duration of this course?
So usually we plan the course to complete in 50 hours time. Those 50 hours will be, the main plan is to cover in 2 months time, in weekly 6 to 8 hours.
Okay, sir, it is possible to complete minimum time?
Yeah, sure, no problem. If it is, the people, if you are starting early, or if you need a special kind of attention, we can complete in minimum hours as well. No problem for that one. You can search for the job on that time.
Okay, sir. Sir, you are from India or?
Yes, I am from India.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So we have 2 trainers, and both of the trainers are experienced guys, those who are working in a prominent utility company. Okay, I am one of the trainer. I give training for you guys on the smart grid side. Okay, basically I'm a smart grid engineer.
Okay, sir.
And we have a trainer who is going to give you training on electrical side. He is a power grid engineer. So we both will cover the topics from one and to our both ends, and there will be project management side. A project management side also will be covered by myself.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So the possible job, salary which you can get after this training, if you enroll, if you get a job on a utility based company, the possible salary you can start from 4,000 onwards, or 3,500 to 4,000 onwards. This is for the beginners. You can search for it, substation or substation laying or substation installation jobs in Indeed, or you can see that not many guys are applying for the job, or even if they are applying, the companies will not hire them because they don't have experience on the high voltage side. The companies are looking for somebody who has experience or exposure on the high voltage side. And about the smart meter and advanced meters, just after the training program, just Google and search for the smart metering jobs, advanced metering jobs. In UAE, it's almost completed, around 60-40% is completed. If you look, still majority of the companies are hiring for smart electricity, smart water meter, smart gas meter. So it will be, the smart parameters is a combination of electrical and communication. If you have an electrical background, if you study a little bit of communication, you can be a smart grid engineer, or you can be an advanced metering engineer, which you will not find so many competition in the field. This is all about. And electrical vehicle and renewable energy sources, everything can be incorporated in the utility network. So my point to you guys is, try to find jobs in core field, or try to be in a field where there don't have much people, or you don't feel much competition. If that is the case, you are safe. After 10. So when you are searching for a job profile, my humble advice is to search for a job or enroll in it. Say in the first beginning of the career, we may not get that chance. Maybe after 2 years, when you are switching your job, you can stick on a field which has a future for another 10, 15 years. So this is one of the field, smart grid. Okay. Because I'm talking much about the smart grid because I'm working in the field. I know the job opportunities. If you, I will give you a simple example. If you Google it, in maybe in UAE is Google advanced metering or AMI engineers in UAE, there will not be much guys. Maybe 5 or 6 or 5 less than 10 people. You will find my CV. You'll find my profile. You can find my profile. Okay. If you look for an MEP engineer, you will get hundreds of CVs. If you look for an electrical engineer, you will get hundreds of profiles. So this is the difference. So be the different. Okay. If you guys are beginners or just started junior guys, this is your best chance to enroll in a core field where you have very good bright future. Okay. Is there any more questions? Please ask, or else we will stop the show. And Fatima will coordinate with you guys for the next procedure. Yes, somebody is asking questions. Anybody having questions?
No, sir. No, sir. Anything else? I will call you.
Okay,
By WhatsApp
no worries, no worries. You guys can contact me back. And
Okay.
yeah, Bas, I think, could you please share your contact details in the chat box, you guys?
Okay,
Kindly
I
share
will share. I will share.
Please share your contact details. Okay, we got Hashim's contact details and Basar Ahmed. Could you please share your contact details? If it is done, we will wind up the section for now. And if you have any doubts, reach us in our WhatsApp or mobile number. I will share the WhatsApp number to reach. Just a second. I can provide you the details information about the classes and the subjects which we are going to cover. Okay, so probably we will start our classes from next week onwards. So if you can enroll from next week onwards, Fatima will contact you for those kind of stuff from Dubai, and you can talk to her for the admission proceedings. Okay, thank you. If it is done, we will wind up the show. And thank you for the attendance show. Thank you, guys.
Okay, welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.